sleep now. That way we could just drive straight through. Hoping to put down at least 500 to 600 miles before we need to stop and do all this stuff again. As I said before, I grew up on the trail. I've been on 18 wheelers since I was 6 years old in elementary. That was like one of my first times actually hitting the road with my father. I've been hooked on these things ever since. I'm hoping soon to have my CDL. And one day I do want to own my own trucking company. Because I think that'll be cool. My map isn't really showing me which way to go. Yes, I use the map. But it's being a little fickled. Usually it has like markers, so I'm just gonna mark that. It usually shows up which way to go, but I can figure it out. I'm smart sometimes. Yeah. First time on the truck I was 6. Oh, see? You get to see imperfections like that. That's totally on me. Sometimes I feel like the NPCs look correct, but I'll take that one. No, we'll fix it after our first load. About 1,000 miles. It's not too bad. We'll send the vendor, pay it our damage. Here's some left, right. Gonna swing out here. Yes, I can see it here. Let's straighten up here. Yes, first time on the road I was like 6. And it's a funny story how it actually happened. You make mistakes. I'm learning. We're learning. We're gonna get it together. But it's a funny story how it actually happened. It was the end of my first grade year, and we had like a week left in school, and my dad was getting his hair braided by my mom at the time, and he was packing his clothes up for the week. So he would drive through the week and then come home on the weekends. So he was packing up for the week one time and getting his hair braided before he gets on the truck. And I just asked an arbitrary kid question, never thought it was going to go anywhere. But I was like, man, I wish I could go with you. My dad turned to my mom and was like, can he? I mean, he only has like a week left in school and he's doing pretty good in school. I mean, I always was ahead of my class. I'm no Albert Einstein or anything, but I did well in school. Well enough where I didn't have to go last week. Last week's school really don't do anything. Sit around and play games and watch movies at that age. So she was like, yeah, I mean, he's doing pretty good in school. I don't see why not. And he was like, well, pack him a bag. This is the start of something very beautiful. I had no idea that day would change my life forever. So, pack a bag, right? We were staying in Pine Bluff, Arkansas. Funny, we're actually in Pine Bluff, Arkansas right now. That'll be Lake Searcy in Pine Bluff. It actually kind of looks like that. They actually got it pretty accurate, surprisingly. But yes, Pine Bluff, Arkansas. My dad had just started driving for his first owner-operator. You don't know what an owner-operator is? Basically, a privately owned trucking company. Before that, he drove for U.S. Express, which was like a big corporation. So, packed me a bag, drove us to it was actually the owner's house. He just had like 3 trucks. His house was big enough to have like 3 trucks in the backyard. And my dad went up to his truck. It was this green, baby dookie green freaking Kenworth. Old. So, baby dookie green Kenworth. And let me speed up a little bit here. I got to talking so much. I'm not even speeding like I told you guys I would be. Drop something or something. Just a little highway speed. We'll turn on cruise and we'll rock out. But baby green old Kenworth. I mean, it had the bunk beds in the back, but this was just the best day on earth for a little 6-year-old me. Just so excited to finally be able to stay up and basically enjoy my summer early than most other kids. Not knowing this was going to be some work. My dad didn't even put us to work. So, hop in this truck. I'm excited. First stop, we're going to the truck stop. Big red truck stop at Whitehall. I'll never forget it. My first trucker's meal, you know, as a kid, as a youngster. And just being so excited. I can't remember exactly where we first went. But we went to the truck stop, and I remember I wanted this, pause for all the youngsters, but it was this foot-long corn dog. And I just thought that was the coolest thing ever. It was on a stick, you know what I'm saying? I was like, yes, that's what I want, my first trucker meal. They hit me. They're supposed to yield to me. See, this is the stuff we talk about with this game. They're supposed to yield to me. But we take the damage and we take the charges because it's outlaw truck driving and this is what we do, baby. So, in continuance of the story, foot-long corn dog, bees knees. Now, truckers leave early in the morning, so it's about 6, 7 in the morning. I know the sun was like barely up. It was barely up, so then he's gonna turn 6 there. I gotta get used to it. Like, I got them pinned on my wheel, and it's just, they're kind of awkward. I'm probably going to put them somewhere else, but for right now, they're in an awkward location. But anywho, ate this foot-long corn dog, got some JoJo's. We ride down the highway listening to music. Because kids, before then, we didn't have phones. Like, it was no phone. There was no GPS. We had what we call an atlas, where you used to take a ruler and measure the distance, and you have to basically use your brain to figure out where you were going. Use the CD. I know a lot of truckers nowadays don't use their CD as much. That was a very important thing back when I was 6. I got to talk on the CD. That was like the bee's knees of this trip. Because you hear these truckers talking, they're talking this dirty language, but truckers are basically cussing like sailors, and my 6-year-old brain just going crazy. Oh my God, he just said fuck. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Oh, sorry. But just enjoying that time with my father, it was pretty great. Money shift, still getting used to this 10 speed. I usually rock an 18 speed. In honor of my father, he used to drive an 18 speed. But we're in this Super 10 right now. I'm not pulling anything heavy. I think we're pulling some lorries, as you Brits call it, but we call them, I guess you call them, like they're usually in the parking lot of major truck companies, move trailers around. They usually just move trailers around. But I got 2 of those loaded on the flatbed back there. Back to the story. So I eat this food, we listen to the radio, we're cruising. I'm seeing the sunrise, and instantly everything goes dark because I fall asleep because I'm 6 years old. And it's early in the morning, and I need me a good old nap till about 3, 4 in the evening. So when I wake up from this nap, sitting in this chair, I completely forget that I'm in the truck with my dad. So me waking up, what's the first thing boys or anybody have to do when they wake up? We gotta pee. Now, this is when I'm first introduced to the piss cup. It's a cup, usually truckers have it. Now they use Gatorade bottles. We didn't use that back then. We used story, peed in a cup. And I'm gonna tell you what you did. It's nasty now, but what no stopping. We done filled up, you ate, and wait, truckers, I don't know if they still do that now, but we used to have these big cups from the truck stop, like 100 ounces of soda. And, you know, you had snacks in the cab, Vienna sausages and pot of meats and stuff. So you didn't stop. You didn't stop till the truck needed gas. Like, my dad was a true outlaw truck driver. We running 2 logbooks. You know what? We're gonna put the mirrors back up. I'm fucking up. I'm just wrecking into everything. But this conversation is really good. It's my first YouTube video. Stall me out, guys. But where am I at in the story? Got lost rambling. Oh. Yes. Woke up, had to pee, found out about this cup. So he told me to go in the back of the truck while the truck's moving. Pee in this cup with the shades closed. You got little bed shades you can close in the back of the sleepers. So I peed in this cup and I'm just holding it. I'm like, now what am I supposed to do? Now, my dad would keep a bottle of Windex or some type of cleaner to spray inside the cup and wipe it out after each use. He would use the same cup. He said, throw it out. So I threw it out. I threw the whole cup out the window. And he's pissed because there's no other cup to piss in when he needs to pee. And there's nothing else to use the bathroom in, basically. So he has to hold his pee till his next stop. And trucks, unbeknownst to normal people, these trucks, they can go 400, 500, 600 miles without a stop, depending on your tankage, you know. So that's what, 5, 6 hours driving, holding all your urine and you drinking out of a big gulp. It was just not pretty getting cussed out for your first time at 6 years old. He didn't know no better. I didn't know no fucking better. I didn't know you kept the damn cup. I don't know. I don't know if he had another cup stored or something. See, I would usually cheat and figure out a way around that, but for YouTube, we're just gonna keep it pushing. This is what you have to deal with when you're a trucker, you know. And you also got to deal with DOT on your ass, wanting to inspect every fucking 20, 30 miles. We can spread out these weigh stations a little bit, American Truck Simulation. I'm pretty sure this is how, you know, frequent they come in real life, but Jesus. It's inspections, weigh stations, inspections, weigh stations. They got police officers hiding the corner and shit. Real DOT activity. But anyway, threw the pea cup out the way. First mistake of the day. Oops, my bad. Okay. So we're getting down the road. Listen to all the early 2000s hits, because I was born in the 1990s, you know, back in the olden days. So we just listen to radio, rolling down the road. I'm seeing stuff that I've never saw before, because I don't remember traveling that often. And I believe we were going somewhere in Texas, to be honest. Because I remember it being like, it had to be like a 14 to, I don't know, time at this time, because kids, 6 years old, but it had to be over 10-hour drive. It took, the sun was down by the time we got to the place. I'm guessing the trailer was already loaded. So this is where I got my first experience of what to do as a trucker. Because now I'm on the road with my dad. It's time for him to teach me the ropes of truck driving. So we make our first fuel stop. This is when I learned trucks have two gas tanks. Two big-ass cylinder gas tanks. And the way the fuel island was made at this particular truck stop, both gas tanks was on one gas pump. Don't ask me how it worked like that, but you basically have to stretch one over to the other gas tank, and then one went on the driver's side. Spilled gas everywhere. Oops. Shouldn't let a 6-year-old pump gas, Dad. I don't think that was legal, but you know, you gotta teach them early. But my first experience with the truck was wild. I say the least. That was a dose of reality. What's some other interesting things? Backing in. Learning how to open the doors, putting the chains on, watching them back in. And not to glaze my father, but he was really good at backing in. Like, scary good. See, now we get the pass. So we're going to let that mug beat. You know what I'm saying? Set the cruise control so I can talk to you guys. Let y'all know. It was crazy time. Crazy time. Growing up in the truck, you learn a lot of things a lot sooner than other people. The first vehicle I drove was a 13-speed, and it was all off of dare because my father didn't think I knew how to drive because he never showed me how to drive a car. But I don't know how we get into these. Back then, wasn't no phones to distract us. So I was like, not 13, I was like 11. When the first time I got to put a truck in gear and watch it roll forward. We had got out of drive-in. We take our charges because we outlaws. We take the charges. My dad used to speed everywhere. I don't understand these people. I mean, he used to speed everywhere. And that wasn't the best thing. Outlaw truck driving, ran 2 logbooks, and barely took 10 hours breaks. I ain't never seen him take a 10-hour shutdown. 6 hours. And he'll sleep while he's in line trying to get unloaded. That's the most he's gonna sleep. Because working for an owner-operator, he didn't get paid by the mile, but he got paid by the load. You get a percentage of the load, like 22-23%. I don't know what it is now, but that's what he was making back then. And he would try to get as many loads as he could in a week. And he would save all these little slips. He would take these slips to a broker. I know all my truckers out there like, why are you telling us this? We know. Okay, well, some people don't know, especially coming in a small town. He's glitched to a bridge. I hope someone comes and helps that man. He needs more help than I can give him right now. He needs some help. But we're gonna try to get this first load out the way. If you ever want to come see this live, I stream on Twitch, Pokz Gaming. That's Polkz Gaming. Got 4 followers. Let me not doubt any of my followers. We just sit over here and I talk to myself mostly. So we have a good time. I answer all the questions. I read chat. Pretty friendly guy, open. I ain't really got too much to hide. Simple guy. Family man. I have a girl. I have a child. Son. Just like to play games, react to certain things, talk about how I grew up, interesting stories about trucking. Here's another one. We got 800 miles, so might as well tell another story, why not? Now, my dad born in the 70s, so he was a little bit behind times, to say the least. So this is the story, my first time seeing a lot lizard. Now, he didn't purchase me one, but this is my first time seeing a lady of the night. I was about 8 or 9. Okay, he was on the road. At this time, he had switched to driving for someone else, and we were running what we call hopper bottoms or grain haulers. They're the trucks with the little doors at the bottom. We'd be hauling corn, rice hulls, rice, meat and bone meal, Valley Protein. If any truckers out there know what meat and bone meal is and has hauled it, you know the pain in the ass that shit is. I mean, this is before they start putting vibrators on there and helping you used to have to take a rubber orange mallet and beat the shit out of the trailer to get that shit to come out. Oh, and if you couldn't get it out, it wasn't no just, oh, you'll be good. Sometimes you have to close the doors and your dad will have to drive forward and drive back real hard to try to shake it down in the trailer. Or, in those very, 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 very fucked up occurrences, you're gonna have to climb in the back of a fucking hopper bottom with a shovel. And hopefully you don't fall through the bottom and have the stuff rush. Ah, you son of a... Kiss my mother. Hey, you see me pushing? No, I didn't use freaking turn signals, but you seen me coming. This is the thing when you out on the road. You gotta have 16 eyes. You gotta look at everything and have because you got morons like that. I would see if I had a CV right now, I'd be talking trash to them, and then we'll pull over at the next truck stop, and we'll fight in the middle of the fuel island, and everybody record it. See, me and my dad had an idea to have, just before phones again, we wanted to get one of them tape recorders like Jackass and record truckers fight. Because the funny thing is, that would happen a lot more than you would think. Truckers will pull over and get in full-on fights because of the crap talk. The crap that they talk on the CB sounds like an Xbox 360 game lobby. I'm talking racial slurs. I'm talking about your mama jokes. They talk about your truck. They talk about who you are, what you're doing, what company you drive for. Yeah, and sometimes it gets so heated, especially on late nights, 3 in the morning. Well, because sometimes they're just sitting at the truck stop bored because they have to follow the rules because they work for a company that actually tracks their logbook. So they have to actually sit there for the 10 hours and reset versus us. We didn't follow any of those rules. I'm sorry. We didn't follow any of those rules. I'm telling you, outlaw truck driving. It was a real thing for me. If you ever seen Big Mother, if you ever played the game Big Mother Trucker, you will understand what I mean by outlaw truck driving. We didn't follow the rules. We didn't have governors in our truck. There was no speed governors. It was so bad. When we first started getting like phones that can have apps, like my dad first got his first iPhone, they had an app, and we could use a GPS app to see how fast we were going. Because he'd do something like this. Look at my speed gauge. He would peg it out, like it'll peg out at like 75. But he can hear the engine going. He can hear it revving up. And he was like, man, I really wonder how fast I'm going. The fastest I've ever seen my dad get in a truck was a Peterbilt. Red. I have pictures of it. I might put it in the video. Was like 110 miles per hour. Empty. And like 100 loaded. I'm talking fully loaded, 80,000 pounds. 110 miles per hour. Now that's what the GPS said. I don't know how accurate it was. This is the early days of the smartphone. But I know the 75 was pegged out, and that thing was pushing. We was passing cars like they were sitting still. So anyway, back to my Nightwalker story. First time I seen a lady the other night, a streetwalker, a damsel in distress, if you will. Anyway, it was 8 years old. We were hauling hopper bottom. This is when I was working good. But now I done had a couple years under the belt. I learned how to stay up. I learned how to read the atlas. I was able to help more. And we were doing hopper bottom. So I think we was hauling like Valley Protein to Texas or something. We would always do these loads coming from like upstate, not upstate New York, upper Arkansas, all the way down to the bottom of Texas. And it always be like meat and bone meal. Meat and bone meal is stuff they put in dogs. Don't ask. Don't ask. It just smelled terrible and the stuff was horrible to get out of trailers. But anywho, we stopped at Coney Island. I'll never forget that we had these chili dogs. These chili dogs, man. And this Coney Island wasn't like no standalone business. This was like connected to a truck stop, Coney Island type thing. So gas station hot dogs with chili on them and cheese. Bad combination. Bad combination. It's terrible. It's terrible. When I say terrible, okay, here we go. Come on. Boy, that thing got folded like a precedent. Woo! God, pray for them. This is a video game, John, but still pray for them. Anywho, we eating these corny dogs, and this lady comes on the mic. Meet me at the TA truck stop, da-da-da-da. I'm gonna be wearing pink. Pink. I remember it. It was pink. It was like this pink negligee. I'm gonna be wearing pink with heels. If you want me to stop by your truck, flash your headlights. We driving down the road. TA, my dad had a good CV, so TA was about 15, 20 miles down the road. He looked at me, he said, "You wanna stop?" I said, "Yeah, I wanna stop." Horny little boy. "Yeah, I want to stop." Yeah. I'm not knowing. I just know this lady said she's going to be at DA truck stop wearing pink, flash headlights. I'm not knowing what exactly I'm going to see when we go here. Still young, still naive. But I know I want to stop at this truck stop because usually I get toys, good food. It's fast food, so it's good food to a kid. Good food. So we stop at the truck stop. Now, mind you, chili dog. We just ate chili dog. That's going to play a part later on in this story. All right. So, the signal starts getting stronger the closer you get to wherever she was using the microphone or the CB. So, we get to the TA. He back in. And cut the lights off the truck and everything. We're just sitting there and we hearing it. All of a sudden, like it felt like the truck was sitting in a circle, and she just walked out from like some crevice because it's dark, and it's all pink negligee type thing, white woman, makeup, heavy. Come on, this is my exit. All right. Shit. Don't worry about it. We're going to rebuild this boat. All that money shifted. It's terrible. Anywho, so she comes out from this crevice, this deep, dark cavern of this truck parking lot. And she comes out, she's wearing this pink. And when I say everything in my body just got hot, it got hot. I tell you, it just was hot. I never felt like this before. This was attraction, my first attraction. Everything just got hot. Now, like I said, 2 years of doing this, 2 years being on truck, you learn what some of the buttons and dials do, and all the little flickies and the switchies and the Jake brakes and the diff lock and the airbags. You know what the switches do, because these are little switches on the board. They be like over here. Those are new buttons, but they was actual switches. But anyway, when I tell you my tiny little 9, 10, 8-year-old, somewhere around that time period, brain pop to the point where I grabbed that light switch, because it's a 3-stage light switch for high, just turn your lights on, it turns on just your switch. I'm flicking that auxiliary switch like I'm trying to break it. Now, mind you, my dad wasn't trying to pick up this woman. He was just trying to show me that, yes, there'll be women out here for truckers and stuff. But my little brain was like, she needs to come here. She needs to be here with us. I don't know why, but she needs to get closer. I'm flicking this switch as hard. I almost broke the switch. That's how bad it was. My little hornball self. Now I'm excited. We get back on the highway. We're gassing. We're going, we laughing, we talking about it, having a good kiki. Oh boy, you hot bobbing. You know how old men get to talking when you got all hot bothered around. I'm like, yeah, did you see that? Did you see that? I'm just excited. My whole body is just really excited. I'm hot. I'm starting to sweat because I'm so hot. I'm hot. All right, we get down the road. I want to say a good hour down the road. My stomach said, hey. I said, hey, son. He's like, you need to take a shit right now. I'm like, no, we just stopped. Because he asked me, I need to go to the bathroom before we left where the streetwalker was. You know, at the truck stop where you're supposed to use the bathroom. Not me. I'm too hot and bothered at this time. I'm worried about this street meat. I wasn't worried about no bathroom at the time. Big mistake. Huge mistake. Ginormous mistake. So, me and my stomach go on the warpath for about 30 minutes. 30 minutes later, my dad starts to notice I'm almost ass up in the fucking front seat because I'm twisting and turning because my stomach is fucking. He's like, you alright? I'm like, nah. I got a bathroom. So, again, there ain't no GPS at this time. So you looking on the side over here for these road signs to see when the next truck stops. We in the butt fuck of Oklahoma in these dark ass back roads. Ain't no truck stop. See, what people don't understand is truckers didn't take main roads for a long time. That wasn't a normal thing. My dad would never take main roads because A, DOT, B, weigh stations, because we didn't always weigh what we were supposed to weigh because we got paid by the load. And how it works in there, you get paid by how much the load weighs, because the more stuff you bring in, the more money you get because you're bringing more product in. But as a trucker, you only can run 80,000 pounds. Anything over 80,000 pounds, you're illegal. They can shut your truck down. That means you can't move, or you're gonna have to unload some of this. And you can't just dump on the side of the road. I mean, you could. We have. But that's illegal. That's another ticket. And a bunch of other shit that's illegal. One, we're running 2 log books. So no, we didn't drive main roads. We took a bunch of back roads that my dad had stored from his dad. Because that's how truckers did it. They just stored secret routes from one another. And they compiled it in their head. Because they never wrote none of this shit down. Anywho. So we on these back roads. There ain't no truck stop for another at least 50, 60 miles. Ain't no store accommodating no truck this side. You got a 53-foot trailer with the truck, and There ain't nowhere to park on a normal gas station. But I'm turning, y'all. Y'all, I'm turning. Belly turning, doing jumping jacks, flips, cartwheels, belly rolls. I'm turning. It's another trucker experience. Remember the P-cup in the first story? Well, this is where we learn always carry baby wipes. What you mean, Hope? Why do you always carry baby wipes in the truck? You never will know when you're gonna need to go to the bathroom on the side of the road. Hope, what are you telling me? You telling me he pulled over on the side of the road and yes, I shit between the fifth wheel. Between the fifth wheel and the trailer. That's called the trucker's toilet. You use the steps to get some leverage to hold yourself. And hey, right there. Hey. But that ain't the kicker. That wasn't the worst part. Worst part is I wasn't trained in the trucker's toilet. See, in the trucker's toilet, you gotta be at an actual squatting position. If you stand up, you're going to shit on yourself. This was not explained to me when I was told to go take a shit in between the fifth wheel and the trailer. Nobody told me this. No, they don't give you directions. You know, old men, they just tell you to do things and expect you to know how to do it at a young age, even though they never showed you how to do it. So, me not knowing the right trajectory and angle my posterior needs to be in order not to crap on my clothing, and me eating chili dogs, overly excited because I'm seeing street meat for the first time, didn't go too well. Yes, I crapped all in my pants. It didn't go on the ground because my pants were still around my ankles. They didn't tell me kick out one leg, pull the pants forward, you know, so you won't, you know what I'm saying, the projector would go on the concrete, not on your own clothing. So, mind me having to tell you how to tell another man that you basically coming back to the truck Winnie the Pooh style. Cause them pants, them drawers, they're done. You just Hershey squirted all over that. That pair of pants and drawers is cooked. Cause you see, in the truck, you don't do laundry for a whole week. And you ain't storing that in his my dad, you're not storing that in his truck. My dad was a very meticulous OCD person about his truck. He's one of the people that shine their tires and polish all their chrome and had every chicken lights are extra lights that you really don't need on your truck. You just do it for style. Every chicken light had to be lighting up. And if one went out, he'd go buy the bulb at the truck stop. He's not finna have a pair of used shitty drawers and pants just riding around with him for the rest of the week till we make it back home on the weekend. It's not finna happen. So imagine me, little old me, side of the road, cars, flat, middle of the night, side of the road, Winnie the Pooh style. You know, it's on my leg because I was basically almost standing straight up, because when, I don't know what it is with your body, but when your body and brain say oop, and when they feel that the buckle and everything's been released, your bowels just automatically feel like you're at a safe spot. It just released. Or I was just too excited. I think I was just too excited and everything was coming, and chili, don't eat chili dogs at a freaking truck stop. And in the middle of the night, we don't know how long them hot dogs been there. We don't know how long that chili's was there. It was good, but it wasn't good. So, oh yeah, I could have been shifted. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm just so into the story. So, crapping myself and going back to my father and telling him, hey, I fucked up. Because when we on the truck, me and my dad, we talk like men. He allowed me to cuss and talk to him like I couldn't talk at the house. You know, I'm in motherfucker this, I'm 10 years old, just on the microphone, talking shit. They ain't got squeakiest voice you ever heard, just talking shit. Because that's what you did on the CB. I told you, 360 lobbies. Just imagine that, but with grown men. I'm talking about the best shit talking. And then my dad had the CB with a button you could push, and it would say a little catchphrase. Y'all would call that a soundboard now. But he had a soundboard back then on his truck. It was like a little button. They were programmed at the CB shop. And it said, here's $1.25. Go F yourself. It said the actual F word. I used to love pressing that button. You hold the mic and press the button and it will do the little talk. Anywho, telling this man, 30-year-old man, I crap myself. He's like, how? And he's yelling. Men back then didn't know how to express themselves, but how to yell. So he's yelling, and it ain't helping the situation. So I start crying. He showed me my first little piece of shell and fed me chili dogs. He got me all excited and then expected me not to have the Hershey squirts. But in his defense, this is messing with his money, because time is money, especially in the truck. So, but he helped me. Gave some napkins, a couple baby wipes, cleaned me up. You know, had some spare clothes in the truck because you had to shower while you was out there. So, got some extra clothes, and you know, he gave me pep talk. All it happens to the best of them. You know, fatherly shit. You know, trying to calm down the situation so mom don't hear that you showed me a piece of ass at 8 years old. Yeah, he tried to smooth it over. I see what you was doing now. But back then, I just thought that was the coolest shit in the world. So, you would think that's, you know, that was a good story time. It's not over. Oh, you think eating 4 chili dogs, that round 1 was going to be the end of the story? That was going to be the conclusion? All's well that ends well? Hell no. This is real life. In real life, your stomach needs to purge itself of that vial you just put in it. So, hour and a half. I done took me a little cat nap because I'd have cried. Because I don't know why when kids cry, they take the best naps in the world. You know, you cry, you have a good nap afterwards. I thought I was empty. I thought I was empty, guys. I really thought it. And wasn't. Not in the close. So we about 2 hours into the drive. We back on major highway. Thank God. I can see the lights, the major street lights. So I know I'm back on a major intersection, interstate. We ride. I'm asleep, head snoring. Probably thinking of that little piece of ass I just seen. And all I hear is round 2. Hey! I said, what? What was that? My dad said, what you talking about? I said, you didn't hear that? It's my subconscious telling me round 2. I ain't know he didn't hear what I said, but I heard it. And I felt, oh shit. Yeah, we good. Police can't stop us. I'm going under the speed limit. Look at me. But so, round 2. I'm like, how long before we stop again? Mind you, we just stopped at this time probably 4 hours ago. So we due for a stop about 30, 45 hours. You know, stop, bathroom, all that. Just one problem. You don't see a truck stop. I don't know what interstate we was on. Again, too young to remember. But the interstate had about 15 miles and it wasn't a truck stop. And this stomach is talking. And we on the interstate now, so I can't shit on the side of the road. There's a lot more cars coming by. And my dad had some sense. So, he said, can you hold it? I said, I can't hold it. He said, how bad is it? I said, it's goddamn bad. I said just like that, it's goddamn bad. I didn't know how to cuss properly. I just knew if I threw a cuss word in there, he'd know it's serious. So it's goddamn bad. Word for word. So he punched it. I feel the truck accelerate. He looking. We see an X. I'll never forget it because this X sign is etched into my brain. It's etched into my brain, and you're gonna understand why here in a minute. We find the X sign. It's not a trucker's X sign. It's a regular car X sign. So it's small. It's tiny. I'm talking about it. I think this was smaller than a regular gas station. It was just like a shed. So my dad had to park on the shoulder of the road on the opposite side. So cars is coming this way, and he's parked his truck on this shoulder of the road because this is how it happened. Illegal as hell. You're basically driving to oncoming traffic to park his truck, and to get out of it, he had to go back into oncoming traffic. Now I don't have my CDL, so I don't know how fucking legal that is. I need to get some rest. See, I'm not like him. I gotta get some rest. Hold on. We're gonna need some fuel here in a minute. Oh, look at that right there. Perfect. Is that a way station? Oh, fuck. It was gonna make me stop there anyway. Coincidental. Bullshit. Anywho. So, Exxon. This gas station, I swear all it had was bubblegum inside of it. Because this thing was so damn small. My dad go in there, and this was back when you could tell him, oh, you gotta buy something to use the bathroom. Try that now, you might get cancer. You know? So he ended up buying something, and they gave me the key. Yes, you know where the story's going. They had to give me a key to unlock the bathroom. This like stick thing, you know. They always had it on a weird thing. Why didn't you never put a key ring where on it? Just a regular. It was always attached to something weird. It was not like a bathroom sign. It was just something large and bulky for some reason. It felt like Friday when they put it on the hubcap. It's like, what? Anywho, so we get the key, go to the bathroom. Now, my dad always checks the bathroom before I go in because weirdos. Anywho, he checked the bathroom. Now, this bathroom, I swear the movie Saw got their bathroom from here. Because when I talk about this bathroom, I'm talking writing on the wall, all this number for a good time. I'm talking, and I feel like somebody literally reached in the toilet and took a turd and used it like a crayon on the back. It's only one toilet because it's the side, you know, go to the side of the truck stop as a fucking bathroom. Oh, stalled out. So it ain't like it's no good bathroom in the starting place, and now you got to deal with some freaking crap, literally crap. Picasso, spreading turds all around. And anybody that's ever done some cringy BS like that, like spreading crap on the wall, crapping on the floor in a public bathroom, you need help. You need counseling and you need help. Because there's no excuse for that. Like, you're a grown person. Act like it. And I'm talking to you women too. Because I know, I've heard stories. Women be doing that nasty crap too. Throwing sanitary napkins everywhere and stuff. Y'all need help, bro. Like, why would y'all want to treat somebody's facility like that? I ain't saying you gotta treat it like it's your house, but person. You could do better than that, bro. And it's just terrible on that note. But anyway, back to the hot dog explosion in my freaking stomach. We should only need to take one more rest break, and we should be able to just drive it on in. I'm gonna lose a little money because it's a little damaged, it's a little banged up, but you know, in this economy, who else are you gonna get to do it? You know, in this economy, I'm sleeping in my truck standing straight up because I don't have a sleeper on this rig. My next truck will have a sleeper, you guys. I do want a little bit of realism. You wouldn't drive this. I actually got an interesting story because my dad did drive one of these cross country and we did sleep in it. That's another story for another day because his truck broke down. It was a long story. But anywho, yes, back to the poop explosion. Because there's crap on the wall. The toilet is filled with piss and shit. There's no truck stop for we don't know how long. Again, there was only atlases. This big book of maps. It wasn't no. It probably was some MapStar or OnStar. We didn't have access to that. Put it like that. We was still outlaws, but we was broke outlaws. We ain't have GPS. I don't think my dad ever really used GPS like that. I can't remember a time. Maybe the later part of his career, like the last few years of his career, he had some sort of GPS, but he still used his own brain because he knew highways and byways and backways. And if he ever just got stuck, he would call a trucker's friend and they will tell him this specific highway and what exit to get off at. Truckers' brains, like old, I don't know how they are now. I'm just speaking of old school. Old school truckers' brain is something that needs to be studied. Because they knew more routes. I mean, they were, I don't know what you call those people, but they basically were explorers. The amount of back roads my dad knew how to get to a place, like the only time I could see him actually having a problem was certain addresses to certain places, but getting to a city or a town or another state, he knew what highway to take, how long to be on that highway, what highway he needs to take to get to the. It's quite impressive. Like I said, their brains need to be studied. I'm pretty sure a lot of truckers now have that, but I feel like it's, we got a lot more GPS, and I know a lot of GPS y'all can't use because height, and they don't really tell the right height for the bridges. And even if the bridge say you can't go under, you still should measure. I understand all that. But we're talking about the highways and byways that my dad knew back then, and most truckers knew, and it was just amazing to me. Sorry, I'm taking down my wheel. But anywho, let's get back on this. We got about 200 some odd miles. And if y'all want a series, I will restart my whole account and start from scratch. Make a real outlaw series, start from scratch. Because right now I have my trucking business is big enough for me to make mistakes. Let me just say that. I don't have a shortage of trucks. And most of my trucks I customize myself. So they got some funky colors too. But anywho, back to this shitty story. So, bathroom disgusting, toilet disgusting, but what options do we have? It's either shit here or shit in the parking lot. So, I did what any person would do. We went behind the dumpsters. Yes, the dumpster was a cleaner area than the feces and piss and fecal matter and bodily fluids that was in that bathroom. Shitting outside was definitely the better call. At least I had more tissue this time because I took the tissue from the bathroom. So, yes, I shit outside twice in one night. And we never ate chili dogs on the truck again. That's the end of that story. But let me go ahead and get us wrapped up. Get us pulled into this location. I'm speed it up a little bit. I don't want this video to be too long because I am posting. We are doing 3,000 miles in a day, so this YouTube might end here, but there's another part of this that you guys probably won't see, or I might post the next day. I don't know. I know I have no subscribers yet, but maybe one day you'll be seeing this. Who knows? And watch my crappy driving. I feel like if I focus more on the driving, less on the stories, it'd be better, but I have to be entertaining somehow. Somebody's going to see this one day. Somebody's going to be watching the stream one day, and I want to be able to entertain them all. I really wish I could play music, but don't need no copy. Wrong! See that? You see the crap we go through on the road? How's that my fault? Rewind the clip. Rewind the clip. Tell me where I should be at fault at. I did some pretty good driving, I do say so myself. I ain't flip it. It's in a safe location. I ain't incur no damage. The helicopter's up there. I guess something happened. Let's try to get back on the highway, and I'm never gonna have any followers like this. Nobody wants to see this shit. I'm sorry for cussing, but it happens. Nobody's gonna want to watch this. Watch me almost take out a family of 3 and a family of 4 in the same boat. And you the culprit of all this. Why are you? What is this? This is a police chase or something? Yeah, I'm rubbernecking. What's the best? Rubbernecking. What's the best? Shout out if you know where that comes from. This is just hell. Money shit. Alright. I'm gonna try to drive normal. I might hit up some Forza after this. Do a little cruising in Forza. That part probably won't make YouTube. Or it might. Oh, I got it. Watch it. Sorry, I'm ADHD, so my brain starts doing shit sometimes. It's cool being a trucker's son, though. Some of the most notable things that I can say growing up a trucker's son. Getting dropped off at high school at 18-wheeler. Sometimes with the trailer on still. Because when I get out of school, I would get on the truck and what? Logitech, fix the shit. That wasn't me. But or if you would like to sponsor your boy, be one of my first official sponsors, Logitech, I can really use some racing setup. But I know with 0 followers, what kind of business will it bring you? It's good publicity for helping up-and-coming streamers and content creators. But anywho, getting dropped off at school in 18-wheeler is probably the highlight of my career. Yeah, probably a highlight. Let's see how fast this truck goes. Oh, you thought I wasn't gonna... Okay. I call it speed check. Speed check. Now, I'm running a Caterpillar motor in the Peterbilt right now. Another reason why I'm speed up the video a little bit. I want y'all to get a resolution within a 45 to an hour time span. But I know with my story times, they get kind of long because I'm talking to a person. It's in my zodiac. I'm a Scorpio. I am a Scorpio, man. What else can I tell you about myself? I'm an unk. It means I'm older than I actually look. Some people say I look 18. I think those people are pedophiles. There's no way in hell I look 18. But I think it's no facial hair. No, I don't shave. I just don't grow facial hair. Get your laughs out now. Yeah. This much is gonna happen, you know? It's one of those things. Kind of hairless. I got a little bit down there. It's growing. Yes, I have shaved this off, and yes, this is much that grows back. So, no need to rub a razor on your face. You don't get it growing. No, that gives me hair bumps. Don't do that. Just be thankful what God gave you and be all right. At least my haircut's cheaper than yours. Now, I keep looking over here because I'm checking my mic, because this mic is freaking trash, and sometimes it just mutes itself. And oh no, we ain't taking the ticket. I gotta get off here. Alright. Try to turn this signal. Even though they never listen to it. Watch. Okay. We stalled out. We gonna get it together. You gonna let me be a new YouTuber. I usually, when I'm driving by myself, I never miss a year. A lot of people gonna ask me, are you using clutch? And there's only one reason why I don't use clutch. These pedals suck with the clutch. And I'll do some gameplay with the clutch, but it's so, I have to think about it so much to the point where it's not even enjoyable for me to drive because clutching. So we just gonna call this a sequential. It's one of them fake manuals, you know what I'm saying? Go with the RP. It's a fake manual, you know. It's like these new age. You know, most of these new age trucks I've been seeing. Oh, I'm fine. How are you? Yo. I see you. Chat came in a little late for me. But I'm good. Trying to figure out this whole streaming ordeal. Making my mistakes, trying to fix it. How you doing? Thanks for joining the chat. You might be in the YouTube video. But once I finish this load, I want to do some, because I just bought some new places in this map, and I kind of want to explore more shorter loads. So the next couple loads might be like 500-600 miles, but it's because I want to explore one state for a little while. It ain't even about the money or the experience. Other than that, I'm doing great, man. Thanks for joining the live. Somebody walked past my house. I told you I'm like a turtle when it comes to. I'm missing shit. Let me lock in with the stream. I'm sorry. RP mode. But anyway, growing up in the truck, highlights, your dad. Always having money. Cause my dad did pay me. He was a fair guy. He always paid me. I've been working since my first official, like, on the clock job, 13. It was at a farm in Altheimer, Arkansas. Small little town. Raising black Angus cows. Black cows, basically. Helping but really just driving tractors and cutting hay with the bush hog and baling, stuff like that. Nothing too crazy. Simple things like that, and then help my dad on the truck as much as possible. Majority of his career, he drove hopper bottom or grain hauler, but he also has drove dump trucks. He drove dry van, which is just a box, 53-foot drop box, regular dry van. And for a little while, well, one part of the year, we would drive chip trailers, which is those big trailers you see wood chips and they have a tarp over it, but we wouldn't be hauling wood chips. We would be hauling this thing called cottonseed. Cottonseed is basically where they take the cotton puff of it, they take all that off, and it's just the seed. They use the seed to make oils and different type of stuff with the oil, and with just the seed. And we will haul that in between August and December will be cottonseed season. So that's basically after all the fields have been harvested and all the cotton was separated from the seed, basically. Cottonseed season was big money for my father. It was the most amount of money he makes that year because the amount of weight you can carry in cottonseed and the amount of money, especially in Pine Bluff, because we had not one, but two cottonseed mills. We had a new one and an old. Both of them look pretty old to me, but you definitely can tell the difference. Running cottonseed was fun, but it's the most hard work I've ever did on a truck. Because cottonseed was not like normal. See, in cottonseed season, you loaded your own truck. The place was open 24 hours. It would be running cottonseed 24 hours. We'd be filling up these big, what they call those things? Hoppers. Where you can drive your truck under it, and you open the hopper, the cottonseed will fall in the back of the trailer, and you would load your own truck. So you would have to weigh it. You have to make sure you're within legal weight requirements. Because again, you remember that thing I told you? The more you carry, the more money you make off that load. So we would cheat and go 85. 90, 110,000. Yes, we'll get into that next time, how I accidentally loaded my dad's truck 110,000 pounds, and we had to drive that from Louisiana to Pine Bluff, and I got cussed out for 6 hours straight. Yeah, because there ain't no way of taking it off. See, you think about cottonseed, once it's in there, there wasn't no way to dump it, because the only way to dump cottonseed was they lift the whole truck up in the air. Like the whole truck. You would get out the truck and they would lift it in the air and it would just pour out the back of the trailer. So if you would overload yourself in the middle of the night, well, you could open that back gate, but there's money on the ground and they're going to be mad and it's a waste. So you would have to drive that. And it was so bad, it got so bad. They threatened to stop unloading my dad's company because we were coming in overweight so much. Like, it would be a game between there, because this one guy, his name is Jason. He owned like 8 or 9 Peterbilts. He had hopper bottoms, he had drive-ins, and he had chip trailers. But all his trucks were Peterbilts, except for one. One was a Kenworth. But basically all his main drivers, he drove Peterbilts. I had made posters. I I thought of us as a little gang, the Robinson boys, because we'll come through there and we all got these clean Peterbilts. And I'm gonna get a little racial, but my dad being a black man in a Peterbilt was crazy, because Peterbilts is like the Cadillac of trucks. A lot of people like to say. Now I know people have their favorites, but Peterbilts is that guy, especially when you got the chrome things, you got the big pipes, you got the loud train horns, everything is polished, and you're not missing a lug nut. That's how they ran, because that's how Robinson liked to keep his trucks. Even though he only ran with farm tags, had illegal DOT numbers, got my father's license suspended. It's a long story. See, stick around for the YouTube, because these stories are going to come more frequent, especially when I'm in the truck, reminiscing about when I was a kid. I'm telling you, there's a lot of great stories. I have over 10, 12 years worth of stories to talk about the 18-wheeler. Many instances, fights, crashes, rollovers. Yes, the whole nine. If it's happened, I've been through it. And just come stop in. Say hey. We can talk. You can tell me about your experience. You can tell me about my experience. Let's share in this trauma bonding of truckers' kids. But I also play other games. Farm Simulator is another thing that I plan on streaming and getting started soon. See, this is why I usually run red lights. Because why the fuck is it taking this goddamn long? I'm 57 miles. I'm finna end it. I'm an hour 20 in. I already got to cut out like 10 minutes of this section. I need to get to the freaking thing. I will be live streaming on YouTube. I didn't know you need to give YouTube a 24-hour head notice before you go live. But, okay. Oh, now you want to go. Now you want to turn green. Now it's all green. So for today, I think I might end it here and just pick up on it tomorrow or maybe later on tonight. Because I like to drive. I love to drive at night, like early mornings, like 2, 3 in the morning. I love to drive and talk, and everybody in my house is asleep, and I can really get some good streaming in and some good content I can shoot. But yeah, this is pretty much me in a nutshell. Pretty laid back, not a real political person. I don't like to take things too serious. I'm still young at heart. Even though that age is starting to get up there, but I'm still young at heart, so sometimes I get loud, sometimes I'm animated, but overall I'm really a good guy. I just want you to check out my content, especially if you like watching simulation content. I have a couple other simulation games I like to play. Got a house builder, house flipper, my bad. Yes, I like to flip houses. I love anything simulation. It's just a laid-back game where you can get on a higher level, if you know what I mean, and just have a good, relaxing time. And nothing too serious. I do play first-person shooters, Fortnite, COD, but I'm pretty sure whoever's watching this content is not into that content. So I will be posting the same stuff on the same channel, so just bear with me. Very small channel, so everything's gonna have to go in the same place until somebody want to cut a brother a check. Some sponsorships, some free merch. You know what I'm saying? Something. But I do appreciate you for watching. We're gonna wrap it up here soon. This video's a lot longer than I wanted it to be. Yeah, some crashes, good story time. I was going under the speed limit for half the time. I know that probably drove a lot of people crazy. But I really do try to play it realistically as possible. That's why I keep on all the fines. I pay for all my gas. I get a wreck. It's all on me. I take the charges. I will be restarting this franchise as soon as I get 100 viewers, I'll restart my entire franchise and start from scratch. Day one, outlaw truck driving. And you'll see me starting from the first truck, my first beater. You know, I have a storyline I kind of got cooked up that I kind of want to run with. Don't want to give too much away yet because no viewers. But if Grandpa's gonna leave me a couple old trucks, and they're gonna need some work, and a few trailers, and I have to start from there. No, Grandpa's gonna leave me one truck. Excuse me, I said a few. And kind of beat up, not running the best, not the strongest, not the fastest. So you get to see me grind, bump my head, borrow money. I will be borrowing money. Grandpa died. I don't mean I have bad credit. Don't start me like that. But I do think it'll be a fun series to play with someone who, I know there's a lot of people out here that do this, but they take the game way more serious than me, and I love watching those guys. But I haven't seen nobody play the game like me, who's a little bit more free flowing, who still keeps all the realism, gas prices, low prices. I still shipped all my own gear. I'm still over here popping it. Simple G29 setup with the true drive, so it's not an expensive setup at all. My PC costs way more than my wheel setup, but it's a start. And that's all I wanted to say. Anybody can do this. Anybody can start. Follow your dreams. Yes, we do back in here. I don't know about your other favorite drivers. Here, we back in all our trailers. I like to do it in first person, but I usually do it in third person because I like people to see the truck. And let's be honest, it's easier. I don't have my CDL yet. I'm working on it. It's like pre-training right here. But that is something I will be getting before I turn 30. Damn, I just gave up my age a little bit. I'm not 30 yet, and I got some time before 30. But I am older than, I'm 28. I don't really care about my age. It doesn't really matter to me that much. I'm unk, as the young people will say. Now I can back this bitch in. Let me flex. Let me flex real quick. Cause they don't know. See, my dad used to shake that stick like that. I don't know why all trucks. I guess to make sure it's not in weird. Get that bitch. Nigga lean his whole body out the window. I'm talking door be wide open. All from one side. Sorry. My stick. I don't know why my shifter does not register my reverse gear. I've tried resetting, I've tried updating. It does not register my reverse gear. So I have to program my reverse to be on a button. And it sucks when you're trying to turn the wheel and get lined up. It keeps popping out of reverse. And I think I'm gonna just give me a little piece of tape that I'm gonna have sitting on the side of my desk. And I'm supposed to be popping my shit. Now I'm over here cheating. It's okay. It's the first YouTube video. Work with me, guys. Work with me. And my reverse don't work like that, so I get a pass. I'm still backing in. I'm not taking the easy way. Ooh, what's that? Money. All right. Put that brake in. Make sure it's on. Make sure my parking brake is on. Parking brake's on. Truck is off. Lights are off. Trailer is unattached. Until then, I'll see you next time, fellas. Thank you for chilling with me. Thank you for lending me your ears, and thank you for the views. Until next time. Now,